Hi guys, happy 4th of July. Hope everybody's well. We have a lot going on this month, so I just wanted to see what the energies were doing. A lot of retrogrades. So, yeah. Miss Zoe. Psst, psst, don't start, please. Okay. I just wanted to get some readings out for you guys because I was like, I'm booked all day with reads, which is crazy for 4th of July, but it's true. And I guess nobody's really doing anything until tonight anyway. You're not going to be able to see fireworks during the day. But we're doing a barbecue, and then we're going to go downtown, so that should be fun. All right, so we got Neptune is in retrograde today, right? Starts today in Aries and Pisces, and then we have July 13th, Saturn goes in retrograde, Aries and Pisces again, and then July 18th, Mercury, I think it's in Leo. Yeah, it's in Leo, goes in retrograde. And then Venus goes in retrograde, and that is in Leo, I believe, as well. That's July 25th. We also had the full moon in Capricorn, which is on the 10th. So a lot of stuff, a lot of retrogrades. And we got to talk about it. It's not just going to be, I want to see how it's affecting every sign. So obviously it's not going to be just about Aries and Pisces and Leo or Capricorn, but I mean, it's kind of funny that those are the signs, because I got to tell you, those are the signs that have been predominant so far. Whew. Well, it doesn't matter. Just, if you have a Aries or Pisces friend, just be a little more understanding, I guess. Even a Leo, I don't think the Leos will be as bad. And Capricorn full moon, I mean, that's a good thing. It's not a negative. Maybe that'll help balance out the energy a bit. Let's begin. All right, Spirit. With all these retrogrades, the month of July, I'm not even going to do the, 2 weeks or whatever, or a week. I want the whole month of July, the energies for the collective, whatever you want to talk about, Spirit, you have the floor, so I'm open to whatever it is you want to. My spirit guides have a tendency to talk about the bad things first, just get it out of the way, and then we discuss the good things, which is fine by me. So let's talk about it. I'm really getting something about unresolved issues that if people are coming back from the past, they want to resolve. And this could apply to the collective as well, but I do feel like a lot of you are going to be noticing people reaching out that you're just like, why are they reaching out? Why are they reaching out now? It's almost, you might be annoyed by the energy. It's probably people you don't even want to hear from. If you guys have done the work already, you're not really interested in going backward. You certainly, I mean, it's not about, of course, accept forgiveness and whatever is coming your way. But I don't feel like any of you want to even dabble with that past energy, because obviously it didn't work in the past. It's not even in the same energy that my collective is in right now. So it's almost like, ew, I'm doing great. We don't need to do this. It's all good, really. The thing is what's happening is that they miss your energy. And so they want to siphon it again. And I think I kind of said this in the last reading, but I'm getting the same thing. So we have a lot of retro people coming back that just are missing your energy, wanting to siphon it, wanting to get in your business, want to know what you're doing. And this is all across the board. We're talking, because we brought many of these, I don't even want to call them archetypes, because I don't think they deserve that title, but I guess we could. It's more like, I want to say characters, because it's a joke to me. So I'm like, seriously, like these characters that are coming back, right? And it's almost as if they're coming back with like a vengeance. It's like they need to justify the reasons behind why they were the way they were with you. Or they need to justify, and they won't put it that way, and they won't admit that that's the reason. But it's like, oh, wow, oh, how dare they think this of me? How come they're not hanging out with me? How come they're not talking to me? Oh, what are they, too good? And like, it's like that kind of stupid shit. Meanwhile, you're just like, I'm just so busy, and I don't have time for that, because you're proving who you are already. So there's really no point in going backwards and trying to rehash this energy again, because it's, and literally, I don't feel like my collective was just like, oh, I don't like this person, you're cut off. It wasn't like that. It was more like a build up over time, slowly seeing their character emerge, and the mask falling off, and saying, you know, I see right through your bullshit. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna entertain this. So I'm getting, there's multiple characters, and so the first one I'm getting is the copycat, right? This is the one who wants to do exactly what you're doing as far as how you look, dress, think, act, business-wise. The copycat. You know, the copycat is a mixture of a lot of things, because I'm getting vampire energy in that way too, but this is also the spellcaster. This is the person who is, you know, gossiping behind your back, saying nasty things, but yet to your face, they're so sweet. They're sweet as pie. And, you know, you guys see through it. A lot of you are just like, you know what, I'm so tired. You know, I'm gonna deal with this shit. I'll just ignore them. Or I'll placate them. I'll say, yeah, everything's great. Thanks for checking in. Have a good day. Keeping the conversation short. You're doing really well as far as being polite. But I think my collective is starting to lose their politeness. They're gonna get pushed to the point where they're just like, you know, fuck off. We're good here. I mean, we don't want to be that way, but it might take saying that to get these people to step in. So, yeah, I mean, you're just not buying into the false narrative or the false sincerity. You see them for who they really are. You see exactly what it is that they want from you. And it certainly isn't friendship or just being sincerely in your life, you know, as somebody who, you know, just wants to be with you because you guys enjoy each other's company. There's some kind of agenda here with this energy, with all these energies. And we're also getting, so we got the copycat, we got the little sorcerer, that we got the person doing black magic, we got the person gossiping, we got this other group of people that are just, I don't know why these people are still doing this shit. I guess they got nothing better to do. They should be focusing all that energy on themselves and what they need to do. But instead, they're focused on my collective, and they're just wanting to take my collective down. And I don't know. It's just such a waste of time, because it's not going to work. It hasn't worked, but they're still trying. They're trying to get into, like, the thought process and dreams and things like that. They're trying to master alchemy. And I mean, I'm not going to say they're not trying to learn. They are. But they're learning for the wrong reasons. And so when you're doing it that way, Spirit has a tendency to knock you on your ass, you know, because there's no respect. It's all about what this person wants, needs, desires, and mostly it's probably vengeful or out of jealousy or spite or some other reason. Not good energy is what I'm feeling. They just, it's just very a mixture. It's very immature energy too, is what I'm feeling. It's like very high school. I can't even. I'm like, look, you know. I don't mean to laugh, but I kind of have to, because it's like a little kid. Like, and see, like the collective is like this, holding the kid's forehead, and the kid's trying to swing at them. It's like that kind of a scene they're showing me. Not that that's literally what's happening, but I think it's funny how Spirit does show me these things, because they're just like, you know, that's what it is. They're being a brat. They're just trying to get in your energy so bad, or do anything to see your downfall, or do anything to make you look bad, or say anything to make you look bad. Then we also have a lot of you with these retrogrades. You're going to have vicious exes coming back, looking to either, like, it's almost as if they're going to try and get in your good graces again, of course, wearing the mask. But you've seen their mask so many times. It's like they can't. It's like, what are you doing? Like, don't you see that I see you? I could see you. You're putting on the love bombing and the mirroring and the narcissistic tendencies, and it's not going to work. I mean, like, please just leave me alone. You know, it's like, so, I mean, really, it's going to come down to just ignoring, but you got to watch out for these toxic exes, you guys, Because I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling like, because if you reject them, they're going to be very spiteful. I'm talking twisted spiteful, like taking pictures of you and posting them places, or um, creating lies about you and spreading gossip. Of course, no one's who really knows you is going to believe it, but it's that kind of an energy. It's like, well, what can I do to make the collective look so bad so that nobody wants them? And they'll come back to me, or nobody wants them and they'll have to suffer like I am because I'm alone. And even if this karmic isn't alone, or this, my nose, here we go. Thank you, Spirit. Even if this karmic isn't alone, or this darkling, or whatever you want to, these people, you know, these characters aren't alone and they're with somebody, they're still obsessing about the collective. Like, it's like, let it go. They have no interest in you. And it's not to be mean. It's just like, we're not vibing at the same energy, obviously. You know, the collective left your ass for a reason. It was probably because you lied, cheated, steal, did whatever else you did, stuck your dingling in everything that moved, and or if it was a woman, slept with everything that walked. So, I mean, there's no way the collective, us collective, are going to want to revert to old crap. Especially the narc energy that I'm picking up right now. This person's very jealous, also anxious. For some reason, I guess they're not getting, something's not working for them, or maybe all the attacks they already done on you is not working, so they're getting very frustrated. And this is where the stalking, if they haven't been stalking my collective already, which I feel like they've been, you know, whether you guys have a platform or whatever work you do, they're under different names, and oh my, I can't even tell you how many false, like, fake, what do you call it when you make a, you know, on Facebook, whatever, profiles, thank you. How many fake profiles have tried to friend me, have tried on my business page and my personal. I'm just like, nah, you know, and that, I mean, even my personal page is very, I keep it down to a very small group of people, you know, it's just basic family and real friends. My business page is kind of open, but I could tell the fakes, you know, I know when they start liking my shit, I check them, you know, it's just obvious. So just be discerning, collective. Just, I think you already know you're being spied on, you know, they want to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, you know, the copycat. Then we have this X, just stalking, creating false narratives, spreading lies. They're probably talking to your friends and family, or trying to. Not that your friends and family are going to believe them. They're just going to be like, you need to go away. It's not going to work, but I have to tell you, with the retrogrades, it's probably going to be like another wave of bullshit coming at you. Not that it's going to affect you. You're just going to keep working and doing your thing. And it's just, it's funny at this point. I don't know. God, they're relentless. They need to get a life is what they need to do. They must be very upset. I'm also picking up on another energy that's just really bored. Like, they have no life. They have no friends. They have no family. I also feel like this energy is sick. Like, this is someone that's laying in bed, or they're depressed, or they have an illness of some kind. And so they really have nothing else to do. And I do feel like it's like they know my collective, or somebody knows, and they see my collective living their life and shining and being happy and doing what they love, doing what they love, and just being happy. And that doesn't make them happy. They're miserable. So they want everybody else to be miserable too. This person could also have addictions that is causing decay. I just heard decay of the body, rot. As my son would say, brain rot. That's like one of the Gen Z, Gen A, Alpha terms. Literally rotting of the brain, like just, and I'm getting like the back over here. I don't know why I'm getting like the serotonin, I guess, is just nil. There's like deep depression, suicidal thoughts or tendencies, and believe me, if any of you, I'll put down the number down below if you're a karmic or darkling watching this, and you have thoughts about suicide, I will put down the number that you need to call if you have any kind of suicidal thoughts, so you can get help. It's not a joke. It's scary. And I feel bad for this energy. I really do. But they're not They're feeling like their life has not summed up to anything. And so there's a lot of regret. And that's what I said in the beginning of this reading. I felt like a lot of these energies coming forward have a lot of regrets about how they treated the collective, or how can they get back in. Some of them don't have regrets. They just regret the fact that I guess they got found out, or the collective is so aware that they're not even giving them the time of day anymore. And so they need this attention, or they need this validation of some kind, or they need to just shake up your world. They think that they can still do that. I doubt that they can. I know they can't do that to me. They try, though. I still get messages here and there. I'm just like, it's going to get to the point where I just block them completely. I mean, they're blocked on everything else. I really don't know what else to block them on, but you know how it is when you're dealing with that kind of energy. It's just, they have nothing better to do. It's just go play somewhere else. You don't need to be playing around my energy, bitch. No thanks. You know, we don't want it, and we don't need it. We're doing great here. So, with that being said, for my collective, you guys need to just watch out for that with all these retrogrades. I also have someone that's going to try and look into your finances or your money. There's some kind of legal stuff that's cropping up. I don't feel like you guys have anything to worry about. Again, collective, it's just these blatant attacks that they're trying to do. It's all in line with attacking you on every level. So what are they going to do? They're going to attack your character. They're going to try and attack your business. They're going to try and attack your money, your family, your friends. They're going to spread lies about you. They're going to spread gossip about you. They're going to post things about you. They're going to create false... I mean, I wouldn't even doubt someone does Photoshop and does fucked up shit like that. It doesn't even matter. Like, people know the truth. And I know my collective doesn't care. I mean, we're protected. We're protected from all this. So it's not going to affect you guys. But I'm just giving you the heads up that this is how disgusting these energies are. They're lowly, and they're lost, and they're angry. I don't know why they're so angry at you guys. You guys worked hard to get where you are. So they're taking their anger out on you for some reason. You know, ooh, stop, collective. Stop glowing up. Stop doing the right thing. You know, you can't do that. You know, you have to be where I am, in the muck and the mire, and depressed and lonely and nobody. And I do feel like for them, though, for these characters, the lies are catching up. So even the ones that they're with, like, they're with these other lowly characters, and even those lowly characters are like, dude, you're tripping. What are you talking about? Like, you're crazy. And they're like, yeah, you're just, you know. So even their own people, if that's what they are, I don't know. I know I sound judgy, and I'm sorry about that, but I look at this energy, I'm just like, ew. You know, I'm just like, it's gross. I don't mean to be mean, but this is who they hang out with. It's just like, where it's like, they're doing drugs, they're drinking, have addictive behavior, they're even everything's an addiction, sex, manipulating people, you know, stealing, thieving. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's just, anything that's morally unsound. That's what these energies are. So, you know, I'm not saying all the karmics are like this, but these are the darkest of the karmics, okay? And, you know, my collective has met them and has had to deal with them and has overcome them several times and will continue to do so because the angels and God on high is protecting them. And there's nothing that they can do. And they're going to keep trying until, I mean, remember what I said in my last reading. The more they keep trying, the more they're kind of deteriorating or disintegrating or losing more and more, you know? We got to talk about the spell work, too, because I do feel like a lot of them are dabbling in things that they don't understand, and so they think they're well-versed, and they think they know what they're doing, and so they're doing these spells towards my collective, and anything they're doing is backfiring, and now it's happening to them. So we've said that already, but for some reason, my spirit guide just said it's still happening because they keep doing it. They're not listening. They love every full moon, every new moon, every phase of the moon they're doing a working. They're almost doing too much magic, and I said that last time as well. I'm starting to remember my last reading. It's getting murky, but now it's weird because my spirit guide is showing, I think last time I saw it as black. Now it's like this greenish, kind of like a fungus. So now they can't stop the growth of this negative energy that is attacking them. Because whatever they tried to do to my collective, now it's like they can't stop it. Because you can't, once you put the energy out there, you know, you gotta ride it. You gotta ride that crazy wave. So good luck there, characters. That's what you're in for. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. The funny thing is they portray this very, you know, quoting from the Bible and or acting as if they are spiritual or religious and caring and loving, and they're so not. I mean, it's just the antithesis of that. It's really messed up, actually. So that's just pissing off God more. I mean, God's just like, what? Not that God gets pissed, but I'm just saying it's more like, oh, okay, well, you know, you're gonna need to learn what those words really mean when you speak from that source. So any kind of words of power that they're using are going to be used against them. Any words of power that they're using against my collective is going to be used against them. I'm getting all sorts of things. Beauty spells, money spells. I want to upset their dreams, make them lose sleep. It's that kind of stuff, you know? It's funny, too, because I just did a post on my business page about dreams and sleeping. And I'm like, because if someone's doing something to me, just say, right? And they wanted to interrupt my sleep cycle or make it so I'm having nightmares and they're in my dreams, which never happens, by the way. Unless it's something my spirit guides want to give me a heads up about. But my dreams lately have been amazing. You know, they've just been, because I do get prophetic dreams, and so I can see psychically that way. But I also travel to the other side and all the etheric layers of existence. And when I'm doing this, I learn even more. And it's very exciting when that happens. And one of my spirit guides said, they're trying to get in your dreams, Carolyn. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, that's all right. They can't get it. And she's like, no, we got that barricaded. So it makes me laugh to know. I love that my spirit guides give me the heads up when someone's messing around with me or my energy, or they're trying to do something. And so I hope you guys have that as well. You have to make a connection with your guides when you're learning about your spiritual path. Just give them full permission to access you, because once you do that, then you have free will. So they need your permission. That's why before I read someone, I ask permission to do so. But I am getting, God, there's one feminine energy that I keep picking up on. Might be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius. It's not a Gemini. It's either a Libra or an Aquarius. So you guys, and I'm not saying, listen, I'm just, don't, if you're, don't, if they tell me the signs, I have to say it. So I'm just getting this a feminine, and it's just a story. So if it doesn't resonate with you, it's not your story, and that's fine. But there's this feminine who, either a Libra, an air sign, Aquarius, something like that, possibly a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, maybe even a Cancer. Air and water, and I think I got that last time. So, but these people, or this person, or these energies, seem to think that if they continue doing spell work, that sooner or later it's going to work and you're going to have your downfall. But why they want your downfall is what I can't understand. There's a lot of reasons. I feel like it doesn't come from a place of reason, even though there's a lot of reasons for them in their minds. I think it's because they build up the lies about you so much so that they need to prove to this group that it's true. And so they need to prove that your character is unsavory, but they can't find anything. And I also feel like they're doing all this spell work because they think that they can override you in some way and take your place, or take your destiny, or take your role, or make it theirs. Yeah, it's that kind of a feeling. It's that kind of a vibe. They don't want to do the work that it took for you to get where you are, wherever that is. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It's something that they feel like they view you. And it's weird because their energy, they hate you, but they like you at the same time. It's a very disturbing energy. It's almost as if they're like, they go through these waves of oh my God, they're so funny. And then it's just like, I hate them. And, you know, it's just really bipolar, up and down energy. Very strange energy. I do feel whoever is doing this to my collective is going to have issues with the heart chakra and throat chakra. And then I also feel, because it's almost like spirit saying, you know, we need to shut this down because they're continually attacking our collective and we can't allow this anymore. It's getting to the point where they're not learning their lesson, and so we need to shut this down. So, I mean, at first it should, I mean, having everything bounce back on them should have been enough, but I don't feel like it is. They're just not getting it. So now it's attacking the physical. So I'm getting something with the heart. I'm getting something with my throat. Like I can't breathe. I'm having trouble breathing, and I'm also feel like I have pressure on my chest. So it could be someone, you know, I wish that on anybody. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but if they're going to keep doing what they're doing, they have to understand you can't mess around with energies like that, spiritually or otherwise. So there's something going on with that. And then I also feel like they're going to be losing sleep because I see them having dark circles in their eyes all of a sudden, and their face is breaking out. It could be someone that's going through hormonal changes as well. So maybe this is an older person. Or it could just be that they're just not taking care of themselves and they're drinking too much, smoking too much, eating too much, whatever they're doing. I also feel like there's, I mean, I hate diving into this energy, but I just feel like I need to say it. You know, like also if this is a person that sleeps around a lot, they're getting like STDs. They're probably saying that you have STDs. Meanwhile, my collective is so hell-bent on their spiritual path, they're probably not even having sex. They're probably abstinent right now, or definitely in a relationship with one person. I'm a very monogamous person. I don't like to do that. You know, that's just that's gross. But I mean, to each his own. No judgment. I'm just saying, for me, it's either no partner or it's one person and stay with that person. So, yeah, I mean, not everybody sees it that way, and that's okay. Especially today. I mean, I know I have a lot of young clients, and all of them, I mean, they're in polyamorous things, and they have multiple partners. I'm like, look, man, as long as you're safe, I guess, you know, just be safe. But I think sex is sacred, and that it's an energy exchange. So when I decide to be with somebody, I wait a long time. I mean, I made my ex, not to bring him up, but I made him wait like 6 months. And then I just think that if you're deciding to connect with someone on that level, you should give it time. Maybe 6 months is a little extreme, but for me, that felt right. So just, you know, just don't be giving your energy, your sexual energy away like that so easily, so flippantly, because it is a strong exchange of energy and you're melding those energies together. Look up tantric sex, look up sex magic, those kinds of things, because you don't, you know, and then if you're you know, for the men, if you're spreading your seed around, that's your power. You're just giving your power away. And then if it's a female, it's a vampire. They're sucking the life out of you. They're taking all your energy. They're taking all your power. So don't waste your sexual energy like that. Be discerning about who you share yourself with. It really is about love and connection, you know? It's not just about, I mean, I know, you know, for a lot of people, it's just, I just want sex and just need sex. Okay, I guess. But I mean, it's so much better when you have that deep connection, and it's like a sacred act is what I'm saying, okay? You're young and you want to experiment. I get all that. Believe me, I was young once too. But, you know, you need to realize that in this day and age, you really do need to be careful. All right. And plus, on a spiritual level, for me, I just feel like you'd be so surprised. Like, if you did one of those, if you took, like, an aura, like, photography thing, you know how they have those things and you can see the energy, and you saw the energy exchange between you and the person that you're being with, you would understand how that works. It's pretty wild. Oh, you guys like my mug? It's cute, right? It has the thing on top too, so when I travel, like, it's a travel mug. It's ceramic. I love it. My other one, the handle broke, and I love that cup so much. I kept it though. I have pens in it. All right, let's keep going. All right, so with that being said, let's keep, because they still want to talk about it. I really just want to get to you guys, but I guess with all these retrogrades, it's kind of important. You're going to see a lot of people coming back. Some of them are going to be angry. Some of them are going to be angry. It's like they have to say what they have to say. If you're getting someone screaming at you on the phone, just hang up. That's what I do. I'm not going to tolerate anybody screaming at me on the phone just because they have a perception about things. You can even, if you want to hear them out, you can even say that. Look, okay, that's your perception. I respect that. That's not how I remember it, but that's okay. You know, and if you feel better now that you got it out of your system, you take care. I don't know what they're trying to get out of you. Just maybe get a rise, or maybe it's going to make them feel better to get it off their chest, I suppose. But either way, it's not something that's geared towards where my collective is going. So let's talk about that, because there's no point in talking about the negative stuff. Just realize that you're going to get a lot of exes coming back. You have some old friendships wanting to come back, old family members wanting to come back. They're still playing with your energy, or trying to. They're still gossiping, lying, spreading bullshit about you. They're still doing spell work, all the things. They're still doing all the things. They're not learning. And so because they're not learning, they're going to get smacked in the ass this month. And I mean, I can't wait for the full moon in Capricorn, because I really want to see what they decide to do then. I'm really hoping they do the right thing. Fingers crossed. I doubt it, but I'm hoping. And I do feel like once we go into August, into Lunasa, August 1st is Lunasa, and it's the first harvest, the first harvest. And so that's when we start reaping and the benefits of all that we have sown. So that's going to shift the energy tremendously, and we'll get to that when that time comes. But just so you know, I just want you guys to hang in there. July is going to be a bit squirrely. It is. It's going to be squirrely. Just focus on what you're doing. Keep doing your work. You know, that's all you have to do. Let's talk about that. So I'm seeing a lot of my collective very focused right now. Very focused on their work. Very focused on their coin. Focused on their health, their beauty, their relationships with the people who do love them and appreciate them. You're not putting energy where it doesn't grow anymore. You're not putting energy that is being siphoned and taken away from you anymore. You're not putting energy into people who need their egos fed. You're not putting energy into people who make the narrative all about them. You're not putting energy into work that is no longer pleasing you or benefiting you in some way. All of your energy is going into you, yourself, and I. Pretty much. Me, myself, and I. It's not selfish, because I think you've tried it the other way. And in doing so, it really depleted and drained a lot of my collective. You guys are empaths. You know, you're psychics, you're mediums, you're spiritualists, you're healers, you're rebels, you're soul sisters and brothers, you're sages and, pagans and sorceresses and magicians, and you're like these magical, wonderful beings of light that just need to share their gifts with the world. So right now, that's what you're working on. You're working on yourselves. You're working on what it is, your purpose. You know what your purpose is already, is what Spirit just told me. I certainly do. And that's what I've been working on. And it's been great. It's just been bam, bam, bam. The muse is busting. It's been busy, and it's been wonderful. And so you guys feel the same? It's like that momentum. You can't stop, because you know you're on a roll. You know everything's going the way it's supposed to go, because why? You're following your path. You're following the trajectory. And it feels good. It feels great, right? It's like, yes. So I'm loving this energy, because you're not letting anything stop you. And even if they do chime in, hey, how's it going? How's business? Or, hey, what are you doing? It's not to say you have to ignore these people. You know, connect. It's okay. But do you ever notice, like, they always come, like, for me, I notice that they always come during a certain, like, not that I track it, I don't need to. It's just like, oh, here they are again. It's perfect, the exact timing, and it's like around the same time. Maybe it's once a month, or they do that little check-in, and it's like, here they are once again checking in. And for me, I just think it's funny. I'm like, I I don't want to be mean, but I have this one person out of the blue that messages, like, I don't know, maybe once every 3 months, and I do have friendships like that. It's not a problem, but I always make the joke. She's like, hey, just checking in. I was like, what am I, a mental patient? You just checking in, like, yeah, we're great. What about you? I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's like I don't get it, but I'm like, I'm sarcastic to begin with. I don't let people get away with shit. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, it's all good. Like, I just feel like, so you guys, if you have this project that you're thinking about working on, you haven't started it, you just start doing it every day. Dedicate some time. There's sometimes when I'm doing what I'm doing and I lose track of time. I'm like, oh my god, like the whole day just flies by. I'm like, wow, but did I get stuff done? Oh yeah. And it's nice. It feels really good. It's like, wow, that's amazing, because I'm so loving what I'm doing. And it's not just the readings. I'm working on 2 other major things, and I'm really enjoying it. And I had forgotten how much I loved doing it. So it's nice to get back into it again. And I feel like a lot of you, and the reason why I'm talking about myself a lot this time is because Spirit's kind of mirroring, they're showing me, they're like, well, just, you see how you're doing what you're doing. This is what the collective is doing. So you guys are getting back into something maybe that you did a long time ago. Maybe you did it when you were a kid, and all of a sudden you're doing it again. And it's just bringing such joy and pleasure. It might even bring business and work your way. It might even make you money. Whatever the case may be, all of you are geared towards your purpose, whatever that may be. Whether it's healing, but it is spiritual in nature, or it's in alignment with your authentic self. That's the beauty of it. That's the thing. Oh, my phone just went off. Hold on one second, you guys. Sorry about that. Hold on. Happy 4th. Let me just wish my friend a happy 4th. 4th of July. Happy 4th. I'll call you in a little bit. I'm in the middle of doing a collective reading, and I'm taping right now. Aw. I have a lot of older friends that are not connected with their children, and I don't understand why that is. I mean, it really makes me sad, because both my parents crossed over when I was in my 30s. Like 31, 32. No, I think I was maybe 35. I don't know. But for me, I lost both my mom. I lost my mom first, and then a year later, I lost my father. And then 4 months after that, I lost my sister, Catherine. And that was a really rough time for me and my family. And I remember that's when I decided to move to Florida. And everything changed, for me. So when I hear about because I have a lot of older women friends, not much older. I mean, I'm my age, and then I think they're like 10 years and up. But all of them, their children are just cruel, just horrible. Like, my mom and dad could never piss me off enough where I would cut them off. They could never piss me off enough where I would ever do that. It's okay. You cry. You let it out. Crying is very cathartic and healing. Period. I love you. It's going to be okay. I'll call you soon. I promise. Oh, God. I hate that so much. So it's very shocking when I hear my friends talk about how their daughters or sons are just like cutting them off, not giving them the time of the day. Back in long ago, even in my time, I mean, I remember like in the 80s, like the whole family was at the table, and the grandparents were like revered. I mean, we didn't poo-poo them and shoo them away. I mean, I'm not gonna say my grandma Vicky didn't annoy me, but because she always used to judge my mom, and me and my mom were like this. I was like, but she was being a mother to my mom. I think in my mind, I was a teenager. I was 14. I was like, don't talk to my mom like that, and don't say that about my mom. But I love my grandma Vicky. She's the witch, and on the Sicilian side, on my mom's side. And I remember she would, as a baby, she would take me and be like, just give me Carolyn, and walk away. But she would whisper stuff in my ear, and my mom would be like, what are you saying to her? She's like, nothing, you mind your business. But I think she was talking to me because she knew that I was going to be the psychic and the witch in the family. So she just wanted to have that connection, I guess. And I'm really sad because when I had gotten married, she couldn't come to my wedding, and I was mad because I was telling my parents, why can't she come? And she really wants to see me get married, and they were like, no, we can't take her out of the home. And then she ended up dying that month, and I always regretted that. I'm like, ugh, I loved her so much. She was amazing. Let me show you a picture of her. I have her right here. This is an old one. I could share some stuff with you guys. Look, I even wore glasses back then. Sorry, the frame's a little dirty. That's her, though. She always wears scarves. Like, she always had a scarf around her neck, you know? So cute. Anyway, okay, let's get back to it. So, yes, you guys are doing your divine purpose. It feels good. And I feel like a lot of you are losing weight, working out. You're taking care of your bodies. You're listening to your body. I mean, you're not being strict. Like, you're just, I don't know, you're taking your supplements, you're eating good, you're not drinking. If you are drinking, it's not as much. I stopped drinking wine because I wanted to lose weight, a lot of sugar in wine, so I just stopped. I was like, I'm not, it's no point. And like, so if you guys smoke or drank or did any of that stuff, all those old habits they're gone, you're just focused on your work and being healthy and loving your kids and taking care of your family, and just, that's it. That's what you're doing. And it's not just a glow up. It's just this feeling of waking up in the morning and saying, I just can't wait for today. I'm grateful for my abundance. I'm grateful for my life. You guys are so positive right now, and I want you to ride that wave, because just, look, life isn't perfect. We're going to have our ups and downs. I remember, 2 weeks ago, it was raining here. I was going stir crazy. Like, me and Brian was stuck in the house with the cats, and I'm just like, when is this rain going to stop? I can't. And normally, I love the rain. Like, there's nothing I love more than to read a good book, have a cup of tea, watch the rain outside, and it's lovely. But this was kind of getting to me. It was, like, constant. It was our rainy season in North Carolina. But I'm telling you right now, we were all getting on each other's nerves. We just couldn't wait to get outside with the sun. And once that happened, we had a barbecue. We had the fire pit going. It was great. It's okay, you guys. You're not perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. I'm just saying, I really feel like this month of July, and it could also be that you're so protected from all the bullshit that I just said the first half of the reading, with the karmics and the characters and the craziness. Even when they come back, it's like they're not getting a rise out of you. They want to. They're going to try to. They're going to say probably some nasty things if they get you on the phone. If they get you on the phone. I don't think they will. I also feel... God, these glasses. Hold on, you guys. Where's my thingy? That thing. Alright, I don't want to use my shirt because it's a little... I can use my blanket, my Sherpa blanket. Okay, what was I saying now? Oh, all right. So I just feel like if they do somehow do something, which they may, I don't think it's going to bother you anymore. It might have in the past, but you guys have grown so much. You've grown exponentially to the point where it's just not going to bother you. It holds no water. It holds no ground. Everything they're saying is a lie, and their lies are finally being exposed. I mean, everybody knows everything they've ever said about you is a lie, and they keep trying, and their lies are catching up. And I have always said this: what's done in the dark will always be brought to light. They're even going to try and use things when you were like in your 20s or when you were like a teenager. Are you effing kidding me? Really? That's what you got? It's kind of funny. It's like, oh, okay. Should we dig up your past and look at what you've done? Let's really put it out there. You get background checks and shit. Background checks. I'm just laughing because, you could date somebody and you could see the red flags, but you're trying to give these people the benefit of the doubt, right? I'm not dating anybody. I'm fine right now. I don't want to date anybody. I'm in a great place in my life, and literally it would have to take someone really exceptional for me to want to open up my life and my world to anybody. I'm very private now in my life, and I like it that way. So I'm not saying I'm against dating or not open to meeting somebody. I'm just saying I'm very aware of the red flags now. And it took a long time to figure that one out. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh my God, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, red flags, right. So, you know, I kind of was seeing all these red flags, and this is going back way back. I don't want to say who it is because, I don't want, it doesn't really matter. It's long ago. And I did a background check on them. I was like, you know what? It's only $20. Let me just see. Because I'm hearing all this gossip about them. And normally I don't like to believe in gossip because people have gossiped about me and none of it's true. Like half of it, God, I can't even tell you half the fucking things. Excuse my language. Like even my own brother said about me. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, you think that these people love you, right? But they talk smack because they just need to look better, I guess. Whatever. Or they just need to defame your character. It's fine. I've forgiven everybody in my heart. I've moved on, and it's all fine and good. But this is kind of funny because all these people kept coming up to me, and they're like, do you really know this person? You know who he is? And, he's this and that, and he did this and that. And I was like, guys, I'm kind of going to go by my own judgment. He seems like a nice guy. Yeah, something seems something. But I was like, you know what, Carolyn, just do it. So I got this background check on the guy. Oh, my God, the guy had a freaking rap sheet. Like, I was just like, are you kidding me? And all of it was, like, domestic violence, some altercation with his female roommate, I guess he was living with a woman at the time, and they had an altercation, and then he was arrested for a DUI, or, like, all this stuff. I was just like, oh, God, good Lord. And look, we all make mistakes, and God knows what the story was behind it. So I confronted him about it, and I didn't confront him. I actually asked him about it. I said, listen, you're going to be mad when I tell you this, but I had to do it for my own self because I need to know what I'm getting into. And I don't think a real person should get mad at you if you did that. I wouldn't be mad if someone checked my background out because, quite frankly, I don't have a background. There's nothing on there. It was boring. I was smart. I did everything before, phones and all that shit came out. No, I'm kidding. I literally don't have anything on my background. But, so when I told him that I did this, he was pissed. And I remember he just kind of cut things off with us. And so I was like, okay. I was like, that was my answer. And it was easy. And it kept me from getting involved with somebody who probably would have made my life a living fucking hell. So you guys, if you're dating and you see red flags, just don't even do the background check. Just run. Don't even... And it depends on what you consider red flags to be, but we know what they are. I mean, I think we always feel like, oh, they deserve a chance, and no. And if you're doubting yourself, then I would do the background check. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's almost like even if you want to, say you want to sleep with somebody. I remember I told the guy that I wanted him to get a drug test before, or not a drug test, for STDs. And I said, this gets checked. And then I'll get checked, and we'll both be like, we'll clean slates, we're good to go, and then we can do it. And he didn't want to do it. And I was like, well, I guess you ain't getting downtown. I'm not going to do anything. So, I mean, you have every right to do that. It doesn't make you a bitch, or it doesn't make you an asshole if you're a guy. You have every right to ask somebody for those things. There's nothing wrong with that, especially in today's day and age. A lot of people don't care about their bodies or their energy or their lifestyle. Other people's lifestyles, if you're inviting them into your world and you're deciding to be in union, will affect your lifestyle. My ex used to bring home homeless people. I'm like, what are you doing? It's not what you think. Like, I mean, just because the homeless guy had a joint or something. Like, I was like, ew, no. I mean, it's different if you want to give him a meal. And I think I even did. I cooked for him and I gave him a meal. I was like, you got to sit outside, though, because I had my kid. I was like, it's one thing to help somebody, but it's another to invite, certain elements into your energy. You can easily go work at the House of Hope. I would, every Thanksgiving, me and a group of friends, we used to always serve food for Thanksgiving, or we would volunteer our time in some way. And that's fine. You can give back in those ways. You do not need to invite people into your home is what I'm saying, or your space or your energy. You got to keep yourself safe. You got to be logical, and and that includes everything. Okay, you guys? So I do feel like if some of you are dating, You're being very discerning. You're being very careful. Sorry, I went on a tangent, but, you know, sometimes I have to. That's why these readings are so long. We're on 50 minutes. All right, let's keep going. So, finances. Let's talk about money, because they just said they want to know about money. Well, I mean, I can say this, not to get political, but I do feel like the economy is going to get better. Within 6 months, I see it getting better, which is, I guess, good. So, what are we in? July, August, September, October, November, December. So, around Christmas time. Great. There's some kind of boom coming. So, I don't know what Trump's got going on. What my spirit guides are telling me, there's some kind of benefit that's happening for the people where money is going to be so much better. Whether they lower the prices of groceries or whatever else to make things easier for us, I don't know. You know, I don't know. But there's something that's happening in the month of December into January, or possibly the new year, where finances improves greatly for the nation as a whole. But as far as you guys, you're just doing your work, and you're being very good about your money. So I see that you're budgeting your money. You're, you know how like they have those things where you can see how many, what do you call it? Subscriptions that you have. So you could, I even did that 3 months ago. And it shows like where you're paying, where your money's going. You're like, holy shit. I didn't even know I was still paying for that thing. And then you can just shut it down. I mean, you got to pay for the service too, but then you can get out of it. That's what I did. So just do that if you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like a lot of you are cutting the fat. You're trimming the fat. Like, do I really need this? No, I don't really need this. It's like $12.99 a month. All those things add up. They really do. Like, one of my favorite shows is playing on, I think it's Hulu. I think. It's The Bear, and I really love that show. And I'm just like, man, if I have to pay for another subscription, I really can't. I just can't. So I have to wait. It's killing me. I love that show. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get rid of something else and replace it. Anyway, so I feel like a lot of you are doing that. Your finances are steady. Everything's covered. Your bills are covered. There's not much room for extra exactly yet, but there will be. So you just hang in there. And also, I feel like you guys are working on your divine purpose. So I see a lot of you starting your own businesses, or if you have your business, you're really working on it and you're putting your energy into that. If you're working for a company, I see promotions. I don't see raises yet. I mean, I'm kind of getting, yeah, you're going to get a promotion, but the raise isn't as big as it should be, or it's just, they're still going to use the excuse, oh, you know, the country, la, la, la. Okay, great. But hopefully things will change soon. But I do feel like most of you are happy if you're working a corporate job, and it's what you love to do. If not, I feel like a lot of you left those situations a while ago. If you haven't, then you're probably planning on doing so. Because I just feel all your energy, you want to put it into yourself and into your family. You're tired of working for the system. You want the system to work for you. So that's what you guys are doing. And you're being really smart about it. I'm proud of you. That's good. Not getting much of anything else. We can do a quick rundown for all signs, I guess. Woo! Getting hot. See, I was just thinking Aries, and I'm like, oh, we should just do it. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. I gotta write them down because I'm not, you know. Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, Spirit. Let's do it real quick across the board. So, the month of July, retrograde energies, how it's going to affect each sign, starting with Aries. Aries, you are hell-bent on making a point, and it's really going to be a disservice to you. You're going to lose somebody that you love in the process. And for once, Aries, I'm going to smack you in the face and say, you need to wake up, because this isn't good. This person did nothing, and I'm sure you're perceiving it in your own way, but either you need to apologize or you need to have a talk with them, and you guys need to hash it out, because I feel like you're going to regret losing this person. And they may never come back, okay? That's what I got for Aries. These are going to be quick, guys, so don't be mad at me. Taurus. Taurus, you got to get out of this depression, man. Everything's going to be all right. You got to stop doubting yourself. You need to pull yourself out of that self-doubt. I feel like you kind of are, but it's just not getting there yet. And I really need you to do something that brings you joy. Watch movies that make you laugh. Take a walk outside in nature. You need more grounding. You need to be in your element more, I'm hearing. Also, you have to forgive circumstances. I feel like you've been placed in a circumstance where you have to be responsible for something that isn't your responsibility. And you know what, Taurus, sometimes it's just about the love and helping others. And in this case, you have to sacrifice a little bit, I feel. I don't feel like it's going to be much longer, though. So I feel like whoever it is that you are helping, because I feel like there's some kind of financial situation going on for you, Taurus. But whoever you are helping financially, I feel like within 6 months, it's going to be much better. You don't have to worry about it. And you're actually going to start missing it. You're going to be like, oh my God, I don't have to help them anymore. And I was so used to helping them. And so this might be a child or grandchild or something along those lines. But so just wake up, Taurus. It's, you know, it's not that bad. You have plenty. I feel like you have plenty of goods. You know, it's just money. It's an exchange of energy. Okay, don't worry about it. It's all about the love, Taurus. Okay. Gemini. I just heard Dark Night of the Soul, so I don't know if this has to do with everybody, but definitely some Geminis out there are going through something where you're being really tested right now. And the old ways of being aren't going to work anymore, Gemini. You know, I'm getting like, this is like a Gemini who's maybe in his 50s or 60s. I don't mean to say he, it could be he or she. And you're partying like you're a rock star. You're not 20. It's going to start affecting your health. You're going to see a lot of things happening with the body, and you're going to poo-poo it. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Also, I feel like, you know, getting into trouble with family and friends, or maybe even like with the cops or something, but there's something going down where you guys are partying or doing something that where it's like alcohol or drugs or something along those lines. You gotta stop. It's time to grow up. You know, you can't be a grandparent smoking the ganj and, you know, babysitting. You know, you got to be alert. So I am getting something where there's a choice about letting go of the old self and embracing this new phase of my life, and I'm not having trouble with that. Don't worry, Gemini. Just keep at it. I feel like you do need to make a change, though, okay? Cancer. What's going on with my Cancers? Cancer, I just heard the line from, and I love that movie, Shawshank Redemption, get busy living or get busy dying. I don't know how that reflects for you, but I am getting where it's like, I either need to get busy living a life that is in alignment with my sacred truth and who I am, and I need to stop doing the things that are killing my spirit. It's really that simple. That's what I'm getting. So it's really about just embracing, you know, it's like spirits tell me they know what to do. They're just not doing it. I don't think it's fear even holding you back, Cancer. I feel like it's more like it could be procrastination, or it could be fear, but there's always a reason, like that I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough this, or I don't have enough time. Spirit's like, give me a break. You have plenty. Stop the crap. You know what you need to do, Cancer. So just do it. Just do it. You're gonna be fine. Okay? Get busy living. Get busy dying. Leo. Oh, Leo. Leo, you're getting, I mean, the past couple of readings I've done for you, it's always been like where you're a cool customer. I'm like, you guys are doing great. You know, you're feeling good. Everything's good. But I'm getting right now you're bored. So I'm getting something where I'm bored. Where's the action? Why nothing's happening? This is your season's coming up. So, or is it your season right now? Hold on. I'm so bad with that. I'm really actually pretty good, but when is Leo season start? July 23rd. Okay, good. So your season's coming up, right? So that's when your energy is going to pop up. So just hang in there, Leo. You just enjoy your complacency. Stop pushing. Let the energy flow the way it's supposed to flow. Enjoy this time because it's going to get very busy very soon, okay? No worries, Lee. You guys are okay. Virgo. Oh, Virgo. I'm getting... you guys are working really... And I know this for a fact because my best friend's a Virgo. You guys are working really, really hard right now. And you're just like, when does this end? So, Virgo, don't worry. I just feel like July is really Gonna be a little rough, but money's gonna be great. I mean, money's stellar, but work and sleep, you know, it's a little much. So just once August hits, though, that's gonna be a great month for you. You're gonna relax more. You're gonna take some time for yourself. You might even use some of those sick days and take a little mini vacation or a weekend getaway or something. I see a lot of pampering in August, but I just see July being, and I know it's July 4th. Sorry, but it's true. You guys are going to be working. It's just chaotic at work right now, and you need to just do what you have to do. But again, the money is great. So try not to spend the money in July. Save it for August, because that's when you're going to really want to use it. Okay? Good stuff, Virgo. Libra. Libra, they keep showing me an image of somebody standing in front of a mirror and just being very judgmental about what they say. Now, I'm not sure if it's about looks, because Libras are gorgeous. I know. It doesn't matter if you're small, skinny, fat, large, whatever. You're beautiful, you know. But I just feel like someone's judging themselves. So maybe, Libra, I don't know if you guys are judging yourselves, or you're judging the way you look, or you want to start a new workout regimen, or there's something about something being mirrored back to me, or energies being mirrored back to me. You could be reflecting. It could be self-reflection. So if we're going to really dig deeper, that might be what Spirit's trying to show me. So you could be reflecting on what's been going on in your life and really surmising, because I just heard summary, surmising what to do next, or summarizing your life up to this point and saying, is this really what I want? There's some big changes coming for you, Libra. I can't really put my finger on it yet, but you're in the brainstorming part of it. So just keep doing that. And trust your heart, trust your intuition, okay? You'll make the right choice, okay? Scorpio, you're working on your love relationships now, because they were chaotic, I think, the last time I read you guys. But I feel like it's almost like I really don't want things to be this way. I want to make an effort. I want to have peace in my house, or peace within myself, or peace in my connection. And love could mean anything. When I think about love, it's not just the love relationship I have with my counterpart, right? Or my, you know, if I'm married, or if I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It also has to do with love with family, my kids, the people I work with, the people I see every day. It's that kind of, you know, love is love, right? So I do feel, Scorpio, you could even be working on self-love, but it is all about the love, and it's about working on it. And it's about understanding it and what it means to give and receive love. A little deep, Scorpio, but that's where you're at. Saggies. I remember reading you guys last time, and it was pretty good. Tell me about my Sagittarius. I feel like you guys are brainstorming as well. It has nothing to do with love, though. It has to do with what I want to do, what I want to be when I grow up. So even if you are fully grown, you could be reevaluating what you do for a living, or what you do for work, or where your place is in the world, you know? I mean, I always see Sagittarius as a traveler. So it could be that you guys are wanting to travel, experience new things, to find where you belong, you know? I'm just getting this kind of play, and it doesn't even matter how old my Sagittarius is. You could be in your 20s up into your 70s. I just feel like you're at a moment in your life where you're like, I need to switch things up, or I need to understand myself on a deeper level. I want to explore more, and I want to understand where I fit in now in my life. Because we do shift, grow, and change. So that's where you're at, Sag. It's a good thing. I don't feel like it's negative, but I also feel like there is a party that feels lost. All of a sudden, my throat chakra is giving me a little trouble. So is there something that you haven't spoken up about too, Sag? Maybe about who you are and what it is that you want to do. You know, like maybe there's something that you want to do, but you're afraid to say it because you're afraid of getting judgment from a partner or family members, or what. I don't think you guys really care about that per se, but it might be. It might be. Yeah. Okay. We won't say any more, Sagittarius. You know what you got to do. Capalicious. Full moon in your sign. We'll do a Capricorn reading when the full moon arrives. I'm going to do that. Capricorn. Ooh, I just heard kicking ass and taking names. Hell yeah. Kicking ass and taking names. Yeah, Capricorn's not dealing with any bullshit. You guys aren't dealing with any bullshit. You have tunnel vision about what it is that you're doing. And no one's gonna sidestep you. And it's almost like they're showing me a football player that has the football. And I never get sports references from my spirit guide, so this is new. And, you know, like, he's charging ahead and he's hitting boom, boom. Anybody that's in his way is just a boom, boom, going right for that goal. No one is going to stop my Capricorn from reaching their goal. So good for you, Gabby. Yeah, and I'm not worried about it. And I don't even think you give a shit who you knock down. Like, because I don't think it's anybody you would hurt. Like, if it's someone who loves you and supports you, they're in the stands cheering you on. But if it's the people that are trying to stop you from doing what you're doing, yeah, you're knocking them out of the park. You get the fuck out of my way. That's where I'm headed, and you're in the way. And if you're not in the stands cheering for me, then you need to get to stepping. So that's my Capricorn's motto for the month of July. Good for you. Aquarius. Okay, let's see. Aquarians, what's up? Okay, Aquarians, you're starting to put everything into alignment now. I just heard alignment. That's good. It's almost like finally I'm making a to-do list and I'm actually following it. So Aquarius, you're not so scattered as I thought, right? I think the last couple of readings I had for you, you kind of were. But I'm feeling that now you're like, okay, I'm just making a checklist and I'm going to just one by one, I'm knocking them all. Okay, I'm going to do this. That's first. So, I mean, it's really weird to see that for an Aquarian or an Aquarius, but I feel like this is good. It's good. And I also feel like you understand that in order for you to get to where you need to be, you need to go through this process. Like, these things need to happen, or I need to develop these things first in order to get that. Or I need to do A, B, and C, conquer these three things before I can achieve that goal. So, I mean, that's what you're doing, Aquarius, and it's good. Yeah. Maybe learning from the earth signs around you. All right, Pisces, you're the last one. Pisces, I'm just getting why. Why? I don't understand why this is happening. I don't understand why this is happening to me. I'm not saying you're being a victim here. It's more like you're just like, I got this feeling like I'm just tired. I'm tired of trying to understand others. I'm tired of trying to make everybody else feel happy or safe, or maybe you just feel like you're bombarded with a lot of responsibility, Pisces, right now. It could be. I don't know. It's confusing energy. It's almost as if I feel like I want to try and fix whatever I can fix, but it's out of my control. So then it's out of your control, Pisces. You can't control it. You don't have to control everything. I didn't think that was even a Pisces trait. Maybe it is. But I am getting where you have to just let go. So Spirit's saying, just let it go. If it's meant to work out, Pisces, in your favor, it will. You know? You have to trust that. And then I also feel like, yeah, it's like I'm trying to control this narrative, or it shouldn't have been this way, or how did this even get this way, or why did it turn out go this far? But I mean, Pisces, so many players, I feel, is what I'm hearing. Too many people in the mix. Too much gossip, too many lines crossed or whatever. So communication's a bit of an issue, Pisces. It has nothing to do with you per se. It's just that maybe it's not being conveyed the way it should be properly. Maybe it's not being said in the correct way. So I kind of feel like you're analyzing that. So, and it's gonna be okay. I think you have to have a different approach, possibly, if that's what you're trying to do with whatever this energy is that you're dealing with. But I can tell you this much, Pisces, it's not going to really matter anyway in a couple of months. So it's up to you if you want to pursue it. But I'm going to say I really wouldn't, but if you want to, sure. It's like what I'm saying is I don't feel like it's going to make a difference now. I would say in a couple of months you could try again. All right? All right, that's what I got for you guys. I hope this reading was fun for you guys. Happy 4th of July. Have fun. Be safe. Watch those fireworks. Have the barbecues. Eat the good food, the treats. And I love you guys. Next reading will most definitely be for the full moon. Okay, so that's next week. All right? Bye, guys.